Hello, good day everyone. So today what we're going to do is we're going to implement the AdminLTE Bootstrap template in our React application. So without further ado, let's dive into that. So first things first is we need to open our terminal or CMD. So as you can see, it's already open in my desktop. So now I need to specify the path on where I'm going to save my React application. So first, let's go to CD desktop. All right. Now that we're in our desktop path or folder, we can easily create a React app. So npx create dash React app, and then the folder name. So I'm gonna name this probably LTE React. Okay, or LTE dash React. All right. So for those of you who haven't yet to create a React application, so this is how you do it. And now I'm gonna create a React app. This will take time, and I'm gonna skip this for a bit. Okay. Alright, so now that we already finished creating a React application, so what we need to do now is we need to cd LTE React. So we need to go to that folder, and then let's open that folder in Visual Studio Code. So we're going to type code space that. Alright, so let's enter that. Now we're in our Visual Studio Code. So first we need to set the files. We need to set this up, right? So that when we integrate or implement the LTE admin template or the AdminLTE, we're good to go, right? So let's set the folder first. In our source folder, we have our app.js. Okay, let's run this first. Right, so let's go to the terminal, then let's type npm start for it to run. Alright, so that we can run our React application just to see if it's okay, if we don't have any problem with it. Alright, so now you can see that our React application is running. Let's just wait for it. Okay, and then let's also head over to AdminLTE and let's download the files. Right, so you'll be we're going to proceed in the GitHub repository of that. Just click the latest version of the AdminLTE. So just click that, head over to the files below, and then download the source code, the zip one. So let's click that, and it's going to download. Now our React app is running, right? So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code, and let's remove all the files or all the codes inside our app.js. So we need to keep the div because in React application we need to have a single element in the return. Alright, so save that. Let's try to write hello. So let's see that. Now we have hello here, so we're good to go. And then also in the index.css, let's remove everything here. In our app.css, also let's remove everything here. So now we don't have everything in there. In our app.js, let's remove the logo, and let's remove the app.css as well. And see, now we have only hello here. And also our AdminLTE is also finished downloading, so let's open that. I think this is on, so it's a zip file. Alright, so let's extract that. Alright, extract files. Okay, now we have our AdminLTE already. What we need to do is we need to also open this in our Visual Studio Code. So let's go over to Visual Studio Code, file, and then new window, right? And then let's just open the folder. So that's in downloads, that's in AdminLTE. Alright, so now that we have the folder, we can easily distinguish the structure of it. Alright, so now let's open the folder. So it's AdminLTE. Just have to delete this one. So that's an AdminLTE, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to copy the dist and the plugins file inside our public folder in our React folder. Right, so you can see here in our React folder that we have public folder, the source folder or src, and then the node modules. All right. So let's copy now the dist folder in the plugins in our public folder. So we need to do this too. Let's bring it over here. Now we have the dist and the plugins folder. So it's a lot. Actually, it's a lot of files inside of it. All right. And now what we need to do is we need to set up our components. So here in our source folder, let's have a new folder. So components. Oops, what happened? Where are we? In source folder, let's have a new folder. Components, right? And then inside that components folder, let's create this. So let's go back in here. Actually, this is the overview of it. If you click the live preview, so it is made of several components if you're going to translate it in a React application. So we have the navigation bar. So we have the nav bar here. We have the sidebar here. We have the content, of course, and then we have the footer. So we're going to cut it into 4 components. All right. So let's go back to our React application. In components, let's create a header.js. Right. Let's create a footer. Also, let's create a side navigation or a menu or whatever you want. Side nav.js, I think that's cool. And then the last one is the content. So we can have it in up.js, but I think it's better if we have it here. So let's have probably the home.js, alright? Or let's rename this. It should be capital. There you go. So in our extensions, let's go over to appearance and show activity bar. So in here, in our extension, all right, let's download ES7 React Redux GraphQL React Native snippets, because we're going to use it to create a boilerplate template of our components, especially the function components. All right. And also what I need you to download is the HTML to JSX. So this will let you translate your HTML code or convert your HTML code into JSX. Okay. All right. So let's close that. I already have it here. If you don't have it, just search it and then install it. All right. So let's close this. Let's go over to the files in here. So the footer.js. Let's first create probably the side nav. Yeah. So RIFCE. So let's have it. RIFCE is used so that you can generate a function. So you don't need to type that long, right? And it is because of the HTML, because of the extension that I installed, or I asked you to install. All right. So RIFCE. Let's wait. There you go. We can actually remove the import React because we're using the React 17, so it's okay. So we can have the side nav here. We can type side nav, right? Let's just go over in RIFCE. We can type the header. Let's go to the footer. RIFCE. We can type the footer. Home. Just the same. I have to type home. Home, right? So that's it. Basically, now what you need to do is we need to call it in our app.js file. So in our app.js file, we have to import everything. So from the header, from /component/header. Let's import the home from components/home, right? Import the side nav from that /components/side nav. I have to fix this. Import what's the last one? Footer from components/footer. Components. Oh man. Footer. Alright. Nice and easy. And then we can actually call this you can have a div here, we can just have some fragments in here. There we go. And then let's have, and call the header the home, side nav, and the footer. Let's save, let's see it. Now we have the header, the home, the side nav, and the footer all running. Alright, so now we don't have a problem with that. So next is we need to integrate now the AdminLTE. So let's go in here. Since we have it already, the decent plugins, what I need to do now is I need to open this in a Visual Studio Code. I think I opened it already. So over here, you can choose from the index or index 2 or index 3. I might just choose the index 1. So index.html. And first things first, what you need to do is you need to, I'll just remove this. There you go. Probably remove this as well. Show status bar. Is it the status bar? Menu bar. Ah, no. It's okay. No worries about that. Alright, so now that we have the index 1 here, the index.html, we can just easily copy this into our React folder. Alright, so first that we need to do, so this is the AdminLTE HTML CSS folder, and this is our React application. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to copy all the style sheet in here. So from here up to before the head, alright, before the head tag. So that's it. Just copy that, go over to your public folder, index.html, and then here in the link relationship or in the style sheet. But you can get rid of these comments right here. So before the title tag in your index.html inside your public folder, you can paste that everything. But the thing that you need to modify is if you call a particular folder or a source file inside the dist or the plugins folder, you need to add the public URL / that, like that, the path, this path. Alright, so this is from the internet, so we don't need to do that. This is from the font also, we don't need to do that. This is from a website as well, so we don't need to do that. What we need to add is for the files that calls from the list and the plugins folder. So let's paste here. Oh no, let's paste here in the plugins folder. Let's just paste it over there, right? And then also let's copy the body and the div. Alright, the body and the div is here, so let's get rid of the body there, and also let's close the div before the body. So div, let's go right there. So that's it. And next is we need to also copy the JavaScripts. So it is here below the HTML file. So everything in here, starting from the jQuery comment. So let's copy this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's copy this, right? And then let's go over here into our, where did I copy that? Before the div. Alright, before the div wrapper. Alright, see. Cool. And also we need to specify, of course, the public URL path again. So let's just copy that. Again, you only need to put it if the file that you're calling is inside the dist or the plugins folder, and also inside the public folder. Alright, so copy that, copy, let's copy everything in here. Mostly they're calling this from this in the plugins folder, all of the things here in the JavaScript or in the source below. Alright, now that we already have it configured, what we need to do next is we need to put the codes inside the components that we have. So here in the index.html, in here, so let's type nav. Right, so this is the nav bar. As you can see the comment in here, we can just press this one, this icon, and you can copy this. So just copy that, and let's go over to our header, and then remove the header, copy all those things that you have in here. Why do I have an li here? So let's just remove this. Right, and then this nav bar, up to the nav bar comment at the top. So just select everything in there, and then right click and then convert HTML to JSX. Let's see if we still have an error here. So we don't have any errors anymore. We can save that, and then if you look at our file, now we have the navigation bar. Alright, so we already have it implemented, because if you'll see in here, it doesn't really cover the whole how do you call this, column or row here in the top area, because this is how it's designed. Alright, yeah, I mean the whole row. Okay, so let's go in here, and now let's apply the side nav. Alright, so this is the sidebar. Actually, this is the sidebar. So let's just click that one again to start from a side tag to a side tag. Let's copy this, and then let's go over to sidenav.js, remove that, and then paste everything in here, and then select all, and then yeah, just right click it, convert HTML to JSX, and save that. And now it's already implemented in a React application. Next is the content or the home. Alright, the home component. So let's go over to the AdminLTE template again. Let's see. So I think this is after the side nav. Yeah, actually this is after the main sidebar. So this is the main content. If we press this, right, let's copy the content wrapper and the div. So this is actually a lot. So home, let's remove the home, paste it, select everything in here to the top. Alright, and then just right click, convert HTML to JSX, save it. Let's check. Now we already have it in here. Alright, it's just the content that is not here. Can you see it? Yeah. This is the dashboard version 1. Okay. So this is really how it looks. And now lastly, let's implement the footer. So let's go over to our AdminLTE again. Let's copy the footer. Go over to our React application, the footer. Paste it in here, and then just right click and convert the HTML to JSX. Save. And here, now we already fully implemented or integrated the AdminLTE template in our React application. So I hope you learned a lot today. So we'll see you next time.